right, joining us now is Tularosa girls basketball as their season gets underway tomorrow, hosting Hot Springs. And then a very busy week as they head out to Gallup for a tournament on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a tough tournament they're headed to. So, small Coach Emery Coleman. Coach, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Fantastic. Happy to have you here. And you want to introduce the five that you brought with you? These are all returners this year, right?
Yes, these are the returners I have from this year. I have to my left, I have Haleigh Voorbach. To the left of her, I have Jaleria. Caje. To the left of her, I have Ostic. To the left of her, I have Delilah Tripp. And to the left of her, I have Kadence Kowatch.
Ladies doing good?
Yes, sir.
All right, glad to hear that. Coach, first off, how was the summer for y'all? Sounds like you guys got to do some games during the summer. Where did you guys get to go this year?
Yeah, so we went to Albuquerque, Mayfield, and where else did we go, ladies? Roswell. Okay, and I believe, for me, I felt it went good for us, especially with the 5 returners I have and then adding some new girls to the mix. I felt like, again, when we got to Albuquerque, I could slowly start seeing this kind of put some things together that hopefully will help us be competitive this year.
And first couple weeks practice, how have things gone in terms of participation and filling out? You guys are filling out all the way to a C team this year, right?
Correct. I mean, we'll be a little short, but we'll have some girls mix and matching when it comes to C team and JV and things like that. But the participation has been great for what I have that comes out. They put work in every day. I know we do a lot of conditioning, so they're planning to be in shape. Hopefully, may not be in the shape that I need them to be in right now, but that'll slowly come as we progress on.
And y'all are coming off a special season all the way to the state semifinals last year. I know you graduated a decent amount from last year's group, but all these ladies got the experience of playing a game before the state championship. It's obviously something that you can carry over to the next season.
Correct. Last season we did really well. We came off like a 20-something game win streak. Got to push to that the semifinal game, but we actually won that one. We won it by 10. Beat Mesa Vista and then had to play Penasco in that championship game.
Oh, so, I apologize. Yeah,
no, you're fine. But no, yeah, I thought, like I said, that season was well. It was fun. Those girls set a really good boundary and a standard for the ones that have come up, so that's good. So now the girls that I have now just want to be able to compete and get that experience as well. No matter how far we make it this year, but the goal is to get back to that arena, whether it's for the championship semis. We're just trying to get that experience in so we can try to move into next year with the same plan.
And I mean, when you look at where when you started out in the program, talk about 4 years ago to the building, I know you had high expectations for the group, but the fact that you get to a state championship, you bring home a red trophy, did you imagine it would come that fast, or when you saw what you had last year, you thought this is a team that could compete for that level?
I did. Once all the pieces got together, I kept preaching to them, if you guys do exactly what you're supposed to do defensively, limit teams to one shot, average a certain amount of good shot attempts throughout the season, you'll see where you want to be at the end of the season. Now, when that time comes, when that final buzzer ran off in that semifinal and I seen that we're up, I was low-key in shock myself. The fact that it was like, wow, like we're actually fixing to play for something that's really huge that nobody really gets to play for but 2 teams out of the year. So for it to come down to even that, I thought it was beyond expectations of what we did accomplish. But like I said, the talent was there and the mindset was there, so it showed.
All right, very good. All right, move over here to Haleigh. First of all, how was your summer? Did you get to compete with the team in the summer?
Yes, I did. It was nice. It was different starting, but I think it would go great. Everything was actually really good. I liked it. We all came together fast because we all had that bond.
Good competition that you got to see at all those games. I mean, y'all playing against sounds like 5A and 4A schools, a lot of those places.
Did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would have to think, I know you guys are bumping up to 3A this year, but last year you guys were playing a lot of 3A and 4A teams. So is that, that probably doesn't worry you all too much, does it?
Not really, no. Just ready to play.
All right. How's the first couple weeks of practice gone?
Good.
Yeah.
Just out of shape. Just trying to get back into shape.
So those extra wind sprints that coach is making you run, you're feeling those a little bit?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it. Okay, all right, very good. Where in your game do you feel like you're showing improvement going into this season?
Definitely my offense, probably, and defense. Doing a lot better than last year, I'd say.
Okay, all right, very good. I think I messed this up like Jaleria. Am I saying it right?
Jaleria.
Every time I see that name and it's like, oh, I'm going to mess it up. But anyway, she's dealing with a little bit of an injury from practice today, so we're gonna give her a break. So hopefully she can. Yeah. How was the summer? Did you get a chance to compete with everybody?
Yes, I did get a chance to compete with everybody. It was fun. It was a good competition, and we just have fun when we play, and we're all together. We try not to let things get to us. And, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Where do you feel like you're seeing improvement in your game going into this season? All right. A little hard-headed defense out there, yeah?
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
And how about the first couple weeks of practice? Has the conditioning been tough, or, hey, no big deal, right back into it? It's been... Oh.
Really that, like...
All right. So you feel like you're back into basketball shape, or it's going to take a couple more weeks?
No, it takes a little couple more weeks.
Okay.
It's gonna take.
Got to get into that game shape a little
Yes.
bit. So, all right. Very good. All right. So, move over here to Emma. Did you get to play in the summer?
Yes, I did.
How did it go? Did you enjoy playing this
It
tournament?
was pretty good. It was a lot of competition, actually. And I feel like it started off kind of rocky, like towards the beginning, like first summer camp. But then towards the end, when we went to Albuquerque, we were competing with, like, the bigger schools and stuff. So it went pretty good. We were just, like, everybody said, bonding and just, like, playing on the same level and intensity and stuff. Just being aggressive.
All right. Very good.
And Charles, she was actually one of the ones that actually got to play in this final 3 games of state tournament too as well. So she's one of my like real returners that actually played, that got the experience. The one on the far way on that other one, the right of you, was injured. So otherwise she would have had opportunity to play too. But hopefully, like I said, they'll be able to bring something to the table this year.
Yeah, she definitely wants to get that opportunity again
Yep.
this year. I can see she's thinking about that from last year just a little bit. So, Emma, how about you? Where are you seeing the change in your game maybe from last year to this year?
Improvement, maybe a little bit of, like, stepping up, handling the ball a little bit more. Shooting could be a little better, but it'll come. And then defense, I feel like it's better, but I'm still just kind of a little bit out of shape. So I get tired and then just want to stop. So I just got to push through it. But yeah. It's not bad.
Coach is going to depend on you being out on the floor for a while. There,
Yeah.
So just got to work on it
Yeah,
a
I
little
just got to
bit.
work on it. What is it called? Metabolism?
No.
What is it called?
Endurance?
Endurance? Yeah, stamina.
Endurance. Yeah, any one of those.
Stamina.
Your metabolism's kind of high, you know?
I couldn't think of it. At first, it was the first thing that came to mind. It was the first thing that came to mind.
Don't cut this out. Leave this in.
Coach talked about the experience of last year and getting to play in the state tournament. How much do you feel like that aids you as you go into this year?
I feel like it actually will help me a lot. I mean, we are going into 3A this year, but Mesa Vista was a hard game. I mean, it did help to have a lot of, like, last year's players. Like, they took a big role. So, I mean, my role was there, but it was kind of, like, smaller than the rest of them. But, I mean, I still had a role. So
She
I
still did it.
my role, and I had fun with them. So I plan to have fun this year, create more of a bond with the group we have. So.
Seems like there's already a pretty good bond.
Yeah.
They have no problem giving you a little bit of a hard
No.
time. Do they? No.
No.
All right, we'll go over here to Delilah. How was the summer? Did you get a chance to compete with the team in the summertime?
I did, and I mean, they basically said it all. Like, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was competitive, and at first, like, we were rocky, but then after a while, we started bonding and creating that chemistry with each other. So,
Worked out okay.
yeah.
Okay. How's the first couple weeks practice? Are you feeling the same thing the other ladies? Need a little bit more conditioning?
I mean, yeah, it's just running.
Okay. So it's not bugging you as much, or it's not. You're not as worried about it. No. All right. How about your game? Where do you feel like you're seeing improvement from last season to this season?
I feel like my offensive game is getting better. Because before, I used to be very timid. I wouldn't want to handle the ball. They pass it to me. I just want to get rid of it. And now it's like I've been working on my left hand. I've been working on my right. I've been working on my offensive game. Even when season is like, we're not in season, I'm going to the center working. And I think I've just been, offensively, I'm better. I'm getting better.
Okay, very good. All right. Kadence, I mean, Coach talked about it. Obviously, you probably got that little bit in your gut of wanting to get the team back to that level just because of how last season ended for you, unfortunately. I know you were on the sideline supporting the team and everything, so.
Yes, sir. My season ended on a meniscus injury.
So I played my last game in district and then just was as much of a support as I could be from the side because that turned into my role from being a player to being a fan for them. Okay. So I have a lot of me that just wants to go play at that level with this group because I didn't get to play with last year's group.
And everything's rehabbed. You're feeling comfortable going in the season on the injury?
I feel pretty good.
Pretty good?
It's a little...
It's not quite the same.
It's not the same. You can feel it, but it feels fine.
All right, very good. How was this? Did you get to play in the summer, or were you still kind of rehabbing at that point?
I just got back from my rehab, I think, in the end of softball. So I played state softball, and then went to summer basketball, and was getting back into the feel of things. And then we played our tournaments. They were fun. I seen progression very fast from everybody, especially since some of them didn't play a whole lot. So I've seen it. They all have matured basketball-wise, so it's good. It was good.
And getting back into the swing of things basketball-wise, no big deal with conditioning and everything, or has it been challenging?
It's been because we came off of a season that, for volleyball, that just was different for us. It wasn't what we're used to. There wasn't a lot of things that we needed, and now we're getting them. So it's just going to take us a while to get to that point.
Okay, very good. And how about your game? I mean, where do you feel like you're showing improvement from last year to this year?
Well, I think from yesterday to today, Coach M fixed my shot, so it feels a lot better. But my defense, I feel, has always been strong. I feel like it's getting stronger, especially because we do push each other at practice. So.
Yeah. You say you fixed your shot. I mean, was there something in the mechanics?
It was my guide hand. Yeah. The thumb on my right hand was getting in the way of my release with my shot. Because I'm left-handed.
Gotcha. Okay. So all of a sudden, that little change and everything felt kind of about what it did last year? Okay. Coach, I mean, that's something, sometimes people don't notice those little things that coaches see, that other players see, that, make such a big difference in whether somebody's going to be successful out there.
Correct. And I feel like that's what, like I said, like last year, like doing little things correctly. Like if you do little things correctly, most teams aren't going to do little things correctly. And it's who's going to do the little things the most within that game time frame that you have. And I feel like if you are willing to do those things and buy into it, you can be very successful. And that's in life as well. That's not just in sports. So that's just how I preach to these girls in general, is just to do the little things correctly, and it'll take care of your bigger things. Your bigger prizes and stuff are done from doing the little things.
All right, so we got these 5 here. Who else should we be watching out for this year with this group? Because I say you got a lot of turnover, some new faces maybe showing up and making a difference for you all this year.
Well, I think with the post-wise, we're pretty solid down there. Like I got a girl named Kadence. She's very athletic. She's raw. So if you're not careful, she could hurt you a little bit. I have another girl named Audrey. She's a sophomore though. She's going to be a little rough around the edges, but she's very physical. She's not afraid. So we're going to be young in a sense to where I only have 2 seniors. But these other ones are really stepping up. I have another one who's a sophomore named Veronica Blazer, very defensive-minded, has a little crafty offensive game. Her ball handle is actually pretty good. If you're not careful, she'll hit you with some stuff, and it's like, oh wow, where the heck that come from? But and also bench-wise, I have Kiara Rice that's going to be able to help us handle the basketball. Try to make offensive decisions, passes, things like that. She's more of a facilitator than she's a scorer. I have to tell her to shoot more because she doesn't want to. Maybe a little guard, actually, Tamara Chavez. She's the younger sister of Ryan Chavez, who I had in here, okay? So, but she's a lot smaller, though. She's not as big, okay? She's a little itty-bitty thing, but she's not afraid. She's handle the basketball. She can shoot the ball. She's very smart. So I believe with this little group here, we're not going to be as tall, but we're still going to be quick, and we're still going to be very physical, as you can tell with my girl here, her head, okay? And like I said, we're just ready to go this year. I think we just want to prove a lot of people that we're not going to struggle as bad as everybody thinks we are. And of course, when you reload up is what I call it. Rebuild. You reload up, okay? Because you build your program to where you're not rebuilding, you're reloading. Because your program's like, well, I got girls like this that could play the varsity level. I just have these girls at the varsity level right now. They're just better than them. But if I had to move any one of them up, something happened, injury, they would step in and be okay. So that's where I'm heading towards with this program here, is to just be able to where we have girls that'll step up if needed. And they're going to be a lot younger, but they'll be able to go when the time comes. So, but over time, I feel we're going to get better as a group. And we just want to go out there and show everybody that we're going to still be the Tularosa Lady Cast.
Well, and you also throw in, changing classifications. Obviously, you go from one of the bigger schools in 2A to one of the smaller schools in 3A. But, what I would say also is y'all were playing Ruidoso last year. You were playing Dexter. You were playing Nimi. So, these are not teams you weren't playing previously, and there's a lot of other ones. You got, the tournaments that you would go to in various places. West Las Vegas you're playing at the beginning of January. So, it doesn't seem like it'll be that tough of a transition. It'll be tougher because obviously there's some bigger schools and bigger teams, but it seems like for these ladies, it's not a big deal, but it's not going to affect them too much.
No, not at all. We also play Alamo too, so that's going to be a game too, and they return some players too. They're going to be tough in their district. I got them. I really have them like 2 in their district. I know they have some changes and stuff like that, but that program's coming along really quickly. Coach Vela and Coach Derek and Coach Flores down there really doing a good job with those ladies. So they're definitely coming up quick. We're just hoping out there we can still compete against them with the size that we have, And like I said, we do play tough teams. West Las Vegas, we played them for the past 3 years, and we've always competed with them. And then a couple years ago, back in 2019, I coached. That's all we were in was 3A, and we were number 2 in the state 1 year and lost to Hatchie in the semifinals, and didn't have that opportunity to play. But we've been there before. It's just a different group of girls, and they're ready for whatever comes at them. That's for sure.
You go to a Gallup tournament, which gets opened up with Gallup. Gallup girls are always.
Oh yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We know Gallup girls. They're incredible. The fan base, to the coaching staff, to the players, they play hard. They're very respectable girls. They're probably going to be in the state championship again this year. I have them in there with probably Kirtland Central, unless somebody else can just figure out a way to get past those two. But as of right now, those 2 teams have been dominating 4A for the past couple of years, and for them just to even invite us up there is an honor in general. Just because it's like not a lot of teams get to go into that tournament up there. So I knew we were going to open up with them, but what better way to see a possible 4A state champion, a girl who also got signed to a mid-major D1 school out of there as well. So we just want to go compete, and I told the ladies that's going to be the best team you see all year.
Yeah.
So if you can go compete with them and enjoy doing it, no matter what the outcome is, you'll be successful as we get down the road.
And to get to play in that kind of atmosphere too, because
correct,
the crowd's going to show up. It's going to be
yes,
it's going to be loud for sure. So
and I always like playing on the road too as well. Like the more you play on the road, the better you get, because championships aren't won at home.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, that's for sure. Haleigh, first off, what do you like about this group of ladies? Y'all seem to have fun. Y'all seem to enjoy each other. What's your favorite thing about getting a chance to play with this team this year?
Well, I kind of grew up with them, so it's kind of actually nice to actually be our group of our own to start. And how would I say it? I don't know. It's nice to have people you're actually close with and grow up with to play with, because you know how it's going to be. And especially whenever we get more time on the court, you bond with them, know how they're going to be, and like how they usually are on the court. It's easier to do it.
Yeah. Set any goals for yourself personally this year? Are you mainly focused on the team goals, competing in district, getting the state?
I have a goal, just to be successfuler than what I was last year, and just push myself till I can't.
Okay. All right. Haleigh, how about you? What do you like about this group? I'm sure they were probably giving you a hard time after you had the clashing of the heads earlier in practice, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
But it's just how we bond.
Yeah.
It's just how we are.
When you're in a little bit of pain, you don't want to smile on your face, but they make you do that, yeah? How about goals you're setting for yourself this year, or maybe is it team goals you're focusing on?
To have more of like a voice and like leadership, I guess you could say, and just being encouraging and not
negative.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Coach.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Be more positive about yourself. Don't let yourself
Yeah.
get down if something goes wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Emma, talk about these ladies. What's special about being a part of this group?
Been a part of this group, bench warmers,
Eighth
eighth grade, JV. They had a lot of experience with them. Kadence not so much. I just played with them a lot, but I got to play with Kadence in volleyball and softball, and in basketball the year before. So the bond's there, and we're close. It's just still building a little bit, and just gotta build it a little bit more on the court. But we're gonna get there.
Setting goals for yourself this year, for the team, both.
Probably both. personal goals, I mean, it's kind of a personal thing. I just gotta push myself to the best of my ability and be more of a leader, because I am one of the ones coming back next year. So just gotta push myself and my teammates. Maybe have some goals like scoring wise, assist wise, not just making it all about me. Then team goals are just to be successful, like play as a team, win or lose. We lose as a team, we win as a team. But no matter what, we always push ourselves and we give our best effort all the time, no matter the outcome. So.
Okay, very good.
Nailed it.
Delilah, how about you? I mean, what do you enjoy about this group? I mean, y'all seem to have a good time.
I mean, we've all played together before. Like, we're just adding another person to the mix. So, I mean,
Who's all left out when they
well, I mean, when Kate's been on varsity since what, freshman, 8th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
but I mean, we're all fine. Like,
Yeah.
the bond's just there, I guess.
How about you setting any personal goals for yourself, things you want to get, or is the team goal maybe more what you're focusing on?
I'm really just. I focused on keep working on my offensive game and defense to help, like, better the team. And then for team goals, like what Emma said, just be successful and work together and win or lose together. We're still a team.
Yeah. Okay. Kadence, I'm sure one of your big goals is to get back to the state tournament again this year.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. But talk about these ladies. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit of a different feel from last year to this year with the team, but seems like, everything is meshing together pretty well.
Yep, it meshes perfectly fine to me.
Yeah.
It's just
Us.
them. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that would concern me to have them out there with me, because I trust every single one of them. Emma's my cousin, so I just known her since we were little. Delilah's in my grade, and Haleigh lived with me for a little bit. And then Larry's just Larry, and we love Larry, so it doesn't concern me not one bit that we're not gonna have a hard time. We're a team. We've already shown that we're a team, especially in summer. We've proved to ourselves that we can compete. We know what we're doing, and that's just how it's gonna go.
I like that your nickname's Larry. I'm a little disappointed I didn't know that
Sorry,
right now.
Larry.
No, that's
just
great. I love that.
It's just a nickname.
That's our nickname. And then
They might as well just be-
Kadence.
But everybody's got different nicknames.
Miss
We
Belush,
have some nicknames.
Emma Lou.
Halftime is my name, so that's how we got Belush.
Very good. Well, we certainly think it's going to be another great season for Lady Cat basketball again at home Tuesday as they host Hot Springs, and the Tularosa girls tournament will be back again in January. You will be on the road a decent amount in December and January because of those tournaments, though, right, Coach?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes, we will be on the road. And then, of course, next year we get home a little bit more. But like I said, I try to play on the road as much as possible. I feel like
love
we
the
play
road.
better. Yeah, my girls got used to it. They'll just bring their blanket pillow. We're on the road. We're going to go play.
Yeah,
But like I said, I enjoy playing on the road because it's just us. Like, and we know that it's the only way we're going to get out of it is by us bringing us out of it. Like, there's no crowd that's going to help you get out of it. And 9 times out of 10, when you start doing bad, your crowd starts to disappear.
Yeah.
So, but when you do good, the crowd comes back, So I tell them when you're at home, you have to keep the crowd there. You have to get yourself out of it. You guys make the crowd. The crowd doesn't make you. You guys start getting on a run and scoring, here comes the crowd. You guys start doing bad, then you're going to hear different sides of the crowd you don't want to hear. But that's the crowd. That's what they do. They're fans. So make the fans happy by doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it'll all come together.
All right, well, we'll look forward to it, and best luck tomorrow night, and wish you all the best luck all season long. Thanks for
Appreciate
coming in,
it.
ladies.
Thanks,
Thank you.